Hey guys, it is Saturday here on Pagan Perspective. I am your host Brendan, and this week we are talking about cyberbullying. So our question comes from Angel, and is just really in regards to cyberbullying, and I suppose this would relate to any experience we may have with this in regards to our own channels or on here on Pagan Perspective. Just advice and I guess like support for anyone that may be currently going through that or has experienced it, and even advice maybe for people who are perpetrators of it currently within this community and greater communities, and just advice to help change those interactions really. So for me, in regards to my channel and here, I haven't really received much in regards to trolls or any real form of bullying. I think there's been maybe a couple of notes or comments on some videos, but most of it's kind of really just water off a duck's back, mostly. In the words of the wonderful Jinx Monsoon from Drag Race, water off a duck's back. And I haven't really taken much regard for it. I suppose being the person that I am in real life, I've received a lot of bullying over the years from being a young boy and all that sort of stuff, and just growing up and everything, just going through all of that, especially with like my surname and just dramas and stuff that can happen there. I've kind of just gone through all of that and worked and processed through it, so I think I've developed a thicker skin and a lot of things just roll or slide off. But especially for us in this community, it's really about being able to support each other, and when we do see trolls or comments that may come up, it's not just down to the person who's producing the content on that channel, but it's also to the community who's watching that to help support those channels and those people that are putting out their opinions, their experiences, kind of really just what they're going for, and really, in a sense, putting themselves out there and receiving whether it be negative comments or just hateful comments from people that might watch a minute of that person's video but not even see the full thing and just have an instant comment, and that's all they ever do. Often it might come down to that really the person doesn't realize what they're doing by leaving a comment like that on someone's video saying like, oh, you don't know anything about this sort of thing, or it might just be some quick little note to someone's video. So all I can really say is sit through and watch someone's video in entirety. If you do have any like feedback or any comments that you need to make to the person, I come from a community here in the reclaiming community where when we do training days and feedback processes, we essentially have somewhat of like a feedback sandwich. So you always start with a positive comment about the presentation from the person, or in this case it would be a positive comment about the video that the person has presented. Then you have your next part, which will be a suggestion for improvement. So say I was producing videos that had really low quality sound. You might say, Brendan speaks very clearly and is well spoken, but a suggestion may be looking into audio and increasing the volume so that we can better hear you. And then you might finish it off with like another positive comment that isn't related to the first one. And it might be that Brendan here presents wonderful content and would like to see more of it. And then you kind of do a bit of a summary, so really just well spoken, the audio could be louder, and knowledgeable on content. And then that's really, it gives the person some positive feedback, it gives the person also some suggestion and room for improvement, and then finishes it on a positive note as well. And by summarizing it, the person can then go back and be like, okay, so I can work on this. And it gives them like single tasks that they can work on, improving their channel or improving the content they're building. So for me, I might then look into increasing the audio. So my next video, the audio may be louder, and if I have a music backtrack somewhere in there, I might drop that down so the audio can hear better. But it's really about encouraging and supporting growth as opposed to really just cutting someone down, or as we like to say here in Australia, it's cutting down tall poppies. So tall poppy syndrome is anyone that steps up into whether a power or we see that they're excelling in something, we will often cut them down. And it's really about changing that kind of interaction and relationship we have with each other. So instead of cutting them down, we support each other. So really helping us support each other helps us grow and create better content and create better videos. And especially for a minority community like pagans and witches and druids and all that sort of stuff, the more amazing content we have out there, when people Google search or type into YouTube, pagan, witch, druid, all this sort of stuff, amazing content's going to come out, and it will just be better for everyone at the end of the day. So really just dropping that kind of negative reaction, negative retaliation, negative outslash sort of stuff, and really just harboring a supportive and encouraging community, because at the end of the day, we're out here for each other. A lot of our own videos are our opinions and may not be shared by everyone within the community, but it is our opinion at the end of the day. And it's really supporting that and knowing that there is a network that can understand and encourage that, really. And just really focusing on continuing. I still struggle to put content up on my own channel because life. But it's really about being able to continue to create new content, and even going back sometimes over old content we produced and updating our opinions and updating what's been going on. And yeah, I think avoid the comment sections, or if you do go through the comment sections, switch your inner critic off. Really just take what the feedback is that's in there. So there may be some wonderful positive comments, there may be some utterly horrific negative comments. If you have any issues with those, report them, block them. There's a whole entire safety network that is set up within YouTube to help you with any bullying that may be happening. Same with social media, you can easily report incidences of harassment and all that sort of there. So you want to learn in all of this, and it's often the community has particular trolls that will cycle around and we'll get around to each other's videos along the way. But yeah, connect to other groups. So that I think there's, I know on Facebook at least, there's like a YouTube Pagans that's floating around. Always check out our Pagan Perspective page. You can always connect with us here. It's how you get your questions and your content in, and what we help create here. And yeah, help build and support community, really, and just focus on development and not cutting each other down, but harvesting and producing an amazing plethora and garden of videos, vlogs, blogs, artworks, music channels, content that will just fill all the spaces. And know that there is a community out there that loves you and is supportive, and focus on those likes and ignore those stupid little thumb downs. That's about it, really. It is stupidly hot here. I'm sorry for the fan through the whole thing, but it's the only way I'm staying cool right now. I'm just getting ready to go run a full moon circle for solidarity and support for those at Standing Stone currently. And some love from us Aussies down here who are sweating like pigs because it is ridiculously hot. I'm waiting for a storm to happen, so fingers crossed that soon we can all cool down a bit, dance in the rain. But yeah, if you have any cases or incidences with cyberbullying, or need support, don't be afraid to comment below and touch base, and we can chat and all that sort of stuff. But for now, much love and blessings. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you next week. Mwah!